Alright, so what we want to do is next couple sessions, one is going to be some polynomial divisions, and these are some tools you're going to need to know. Maybe not as much for us here in the rest of the semester, but you're going to need to have these skills if you're going to pre-cal next year, or if you're going to take college algebra, you're going to need both these skills. And today it is long division of polynomials. Okay, and some of our, if you remember long division, okay, you have your dividend. This is your dividend, and well, sorry, this is your dividend as your numerator. Your divisor is the bottom, and you're going to have your quotient, which is going to be your answer. Okay. Now remember, back in the day, okay, you should have learned. Remember how to do something like 11 divided into 345, in which you would make that a 3. If y'all remember, it's 33. Remember, you subtract, you get a 1, get a 15, go one more time, that would be 11. You subtract, you get a 4. You had a remainder of 4. Okay, in essence, when you take 345, you divide by 11, you should end up with 31 and the remainder of 4, but it's actually, if you have 4 left, you have 4/11ths, which is your divisor. Okay, so you have an answer 31 and 4/11ths. Okay, well, we're going to use some of those same strategies in long division, okay, of polynomials, okay, in which this is our numerator, and we're going to look at it and notice it's in order. Exponents 3, 2, 1, and none. Okay, so that's going to go inside and we're going to divide it in long division by a minus 2. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. Okay, to get as close as you can to divide by a binomial here, you're going to actually do the following. What we have to do is we want to match these two up. In other words, what do I have to multiply to a to give me 2a cubed? Well, I need a 2. I'm going to need a 2 and an a squared. And so we're going to put that over the other a squared. So it's going to be 2a squared. Okay. Then you're going to take this value and you're going to multiply it. 2a squared will be 2a cubed minus 2a squared times 2, 4a squared. And then we're going to subtract. Now you do have to be very careful. These should always cancel out. The first one should always cancel out. Secondly, negative 7 minus a negative 4 would be the same thing as negative 7 minus a negative 4, or negative 7 plus 4, which is a negative 3a squared. Now, our next step is to match this term again to get this. What do I multiply to a? That'll give me 3a squared, which would be negative 3a. And then we want to bring this term down. Didn't do that the first time. So now we're going to multiply the negative 3a times a, which is negative 3a squared, negative 3a times negative 2, which is positive 6a. And we're going to subtract again. If done right, the first terms should cancel. They do. Those will cancel. Negative 3 minus a positive 6 would be negative 9a. Bring down the last term. And we're going to repeat one more time. What do we need to multiply to a to get me negative 9a, which would be a negative 9. Negative 9. So we're going to multiply negative 9a plus 18, and we're going to subtract. First terms again should always cancel. Negative 5 minus 18 would be negative 23. And that is my remainder. Okay, so my final answer is going to be written as 2a squared minus 3a minus 9 plus negative 23. That's my remainder over what I divided by, the divisor, a minus 2. Okay? That I always think is the safe way to write it, and you can also write it as 2a squared minus 3a minus 9 minus 23 over a minus 2. Okay? So, we're running a little long here, so let's do a couple more. Okay? Same thing here. We're going to go 2y plus 3. That's what we're dividing by. This is your divisor. And we're going to divide that into this term. But notice we have a term missing. There is no y to the first. So we need to put that in there. So we're going to go 6y cubed plus 5y squared plus 0y minus 12. Now, we're going to do that same steps we did before, match up the first terms. So we're going to multiply by, to get 2y to get 6y cubed is going to be 3y squared. Multiply 6y cubed plus 9y squared. We're going to subtract, and we're going to keep doing this step. Bring down the next term, match up my first term, minus 4y, minus 2y, sorry, which would be negative 4y squared, minus 6y. Subtract again. First terms cancel. I'll get 6y here because 0 minus a negative 6 is positive 6. Bring down to negative 12. Multiply one more time, which would be plus 3, which is going to be 6y plus 9. Subtract, and I get a negative 21. So we're going to get 3y squared, sorry, got rid of the y, minus 2y plus 3 plus negative 21 over 2y plus 3. Alright. So that's just dividing by a binomial. Next, we're going to divide by a trinomial, but I'll let you try those first.